Good evening, and I hope you're having a great back to school night. My name is Emily Bone, and I am your child's U.S. History 1 honors teacher. Unfortunately, I was not able to be present for back to school night due to a little medical procedure that need to occur, but I am making this video for you guys, and you can always email me if you have questions or just want to say hi. And I hope to get back with you as soon as possible. And if you want to see what I look like, you can see some of my students' videos that I make for them, and I'll be there. So, who am I? This is my fourth year teaching at STEM. This is a great place. I love teaching here. I love this school, and I love your kids. This is my 21st year teaching overall for social studies. I went to college at the United States Military Academy at West Point and Rutgers University for history and political science. I do have a master's degree in social studies education, as well as one in American history and government, which makes me seem like I fit uh, this course just perfectly. So, our course, um, a rough idea, this is not exact, but if you think about 1600 to 1900, that's basically what we cover. And these are just some of the many topics that we go over, from colonization through the early republic to the early industrial revolution. And we continually look at a STEM angle from that and see how STEM and technology and inventions and innovations um, unfolded throughout history, as well as looking through many other angles, socially, politically, geographically, economically, etc. So, how do we do this? Well, this is an honors class, so your students are definitely able to and capable of doing some higher level readings. So, we do read some primary source documents, we discuss and reflect on them, we journal at least once a week. We go over on this day in history once a week to keep reinforcing things we've already learned or will be learning soon. Right now, we're using Wednesdays as a flex day to sort of catch up on things or to move ahead, because not everyone learns at the same pace. And if the need for that changes, I'll make sure everyone knows. This year, all of our students are submitting their assignments via Canvas. So if you're used to looking at Google Classroom, I am. It will be a little bit of adjustment for some of us, but most of them have been using it for years and are doing just fine. So every day when we meet, we have a journal and a discussion, or we do on this day in history with a discussion. We have a class activity. We go over essential questions of our unit. And also to try to liven things up a bit, we often do music of the day, maybe listen to a piece by an American who was born in that day. We also cover different news stories of that day as well. We do have a flipped classroom, which means I don't really lecture in class too much. I do go over the homework and I'll sort of review that way. But we do the quote unquote lectures by videos I prepare for them for at home. That way they can watch it at their own pace, pause it, rewind and rewatch if they need to, and come to me with questions afterwards. And that way they're not getting distracted by classmates or things going out in the hallway. And then what we do in class reinforces all those things that they already were exposed to. We also do cover current events. We look at multiple sources. We analyze the biases that they come from. We make sure we have election awareness because they will be voting someday. And as great as it is to learn about stuff that happened 400, 500 years ago, if they don't understand how it relates to now, that information is not as useful as it should be. So that's us in a nutshell. Like I said, I look forward to interacting with many of you this year. Don't be afraid to ask any questions. Feel free to, watch some of the content videos with them and have discussions of your own, have current events discussions of your own, like I'm sure you do. And I'm sure this will be a great year.